Hi, this is John Cullen. Welcome to another episode of Hypothetically Speaking. This is a special episode. Recently, this past week, I'm recording this episode on Saturday, June the 14th of 2025. And in the past week, a body cam footage from Levi Hancock was released at the Las Vegas Shooting Archive. And we're going to be taking a look at this footage together in this episode. The body cam footage runs an hour and 20 minutes, so we're going to be here for some time. We're going to go through it. We're going to listen for anything that the Las Vegas Metro Police Department forgot to redact, because there's certainly redacted audio. There's a lot of redacted video, but a couple things slipped through the cracks that are meaningful. And in many cases, as you guys know, it's the things that they don't put in there. It's the things that you don't get to see that are the meaningful parts, right? So we're going to take a close look at this. This is going to be a long episode. I'm John Cullen. This is Hypothetically Speaking. Let's take a look at the Levi Hancock illusion.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes.
The new footage that we have from Levi Hancock's body cam doesn't begin until 13 minutes after there's a whole bunch of activity in Stephen Paddock's suite, room 32135. So before we get to the new footage, it's important to establish the baseline. In other words, well, what was happening before this new footage? I guess he turned on his camera at some point, and the camera wasn't on prior to what we're about to review. So before we get to this point where his camera begins, let me just show it to you real quick so that you guys see what I'm talking about. So this is the footage that we're going to be reviewing, and from the starting point, it's already 11:38 p.m. and they breach the room at 11:21. And there's a whole bunch of activity that takes place from 11:21 to 11:24:25, and all that activity is kind of meaningful. The fact that what they're sharing with us here doesn't begin until 11:38 p.m. You guys look in the upper right-hand corner here on the video, and it has the body cam next to the Axon logo. But you'll see they're redacting out the faces of all the cops, even though we have them in other video, right?
Dude, I counted 13 lines.
So we're going to review this together. But again, sort of the issue here is that it doesn't begin until 13 minutes after a whole bunch of stuff has happened. So what we're going to do first is do the baseline. We're going to start with what happened at the breach, right? So Levi Hancock is the guy who puts charges along the door, along the edge of the door. And Bitsko is with him, Joshua Bitsko. David Newton is with him. Both of them are canine cops, by the way. And in watching all this take place, you kind of wonder, boy, it kind of would have been helpful if you guys had dogs with you, right? Aggressor dogs. I don't know if you guys know that there's 3 categories of police dogs. There's bomb-sniffing dogs, drug-sniffing dogs, and aggressor dogs. And so if the canine guys had an aggressor dog that they could send in to, grab a perp or something, that would have been helpful in a situation like this. And you've got 2 canine cops, and they both didn't bring their dogs upstairs, which is kind of bizarre. So let's watch this first clip. And this is a clip that I published many years ago, probably 5 years ago, that I call Hands Good Shot. And this is right after they breach. Levi Hancock goes into the suite, and I believe what I'm hearing is hands, bang, good shot. You guys tell me, but let's watch this together, and let's see what you guys think.
Officer Hancock there at the end, to your right there, he was the first SWAT officer to engage the individual. And Officer Bitsko there, the canine officer that assisted with that initial engagement.
Right. It's been back and forth on this one. It was initially reported that perhaps he had taken his own life at the very moment the SWAT team was making entry into his room on the 32nd floor. Now they've clarified that point. They say that as the SWAT officers actually broke in the door, that the gunman charged them, made it through the door, struggled with the officers, and was able to get off at least one shot, wounding one SWAT officer in the leg, and then the gunman was killed.
So there was an action. All right.
We have this contained. There's no need for anybody else up here. If there's other situations going on, then let's address those. We're a control court here. We've got patrol units that are clearing down the right.
Hey, Jair, I can't tell what direction this room is. Let me get to a window and see.
Hey. What do you need? Any more patrol officers in there? We have this contained. There's no need for anybody else up here.
So while this is all taking place, his camera's not on? He turns it on 13 minutes later? That's weird. Why did he not have the camera on when he's breaching the room and could potentially get killed? That would be when you'd want to have your camera on. Is when if you're breaching the suite and you're potentially going to end up in a gunfight and you potentially are going to get shot, you kind of want that documented. So the fact that they've now produced his body cam, but it doesn't begin until 13 minutes later, after this, is rather suspicious. All right, so that's sort of where we are here. This is Levi Hancock, and he's the guy who breaches. He's the guy who appears to have fired this shot, this hands good shot thing again. I mean, am I hallucinating? Is this my imagination, or are we hearing hands good shot?
Right. It's been
So
back
now,
and forth on this one.
listen to
It
this.
was initially reported that perhaps he had taken his own life at the very moment the SWAT team was making entry into his room on the 32nd floor. Now they've clarified that point. They say that as the SWAT officers actually broke in the door, that the gunman charged them, made it through the door, struggled with the officers, and was able to get off at least one shot, wounding one SWAT officer in the leg, and then
Wounding one SWAT officer in the leg. This is huge. All right, it's been sitting here for 7.5 years. Which SWAT officer was wounded in the leg? And are we going to figure that out watching this episode? Possibly. All right. So this is CNN reporting. I think this is, I think it's Martin Savage. And this story that he rushed the door and engaged the cops and shot one of the guys in the leg is a bit fantastical because we never hear this ever again. But this notion that one of the SWAT guys is shot in the leg is very interesting. We know from the FIT report that O'Donnell accidentally discharged his weapon and fired 3 rounds. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. All right, but this is kind of a key point right here, is CNN is reporting that one of the SWAT guys is shot in the leg.
There was an action. All right.
All right, so this is Levi. Right
We
there.
have this contained. There is no need for anybody else up here. If there's other situations going on, then let's address those. We're a code 4 here. We've got patrol units that are clearing down the right.
Hey, Jair, I can't tell what direction this room is. Let me get to a window and see. Hey.
All right, so they haven't gotten to the whole window conversation yet. And Levi's already figured out we're code 4. We're good. We're done. Let's get out of here. And the guys outside are about to have this whole window conversation. And that's the next video clip we're going to look at. So from a baseline perspective, Levi Hancock is the guy who breaches the suite 32135, the main Stephen Paddock suite. He blows the door using explosive charges. He's the first one through the door, and we hear hands good shot. But we don't have the body cam footage from that moment. All right, so let's go to this next video. And the next video is also taking place before this new released Levi Hancock footage. In other words, well, everything we're about to see, Levi Hancock standing right there. Why don't we have this conversation that you're about to watch on this new release? Why aren't, we should be able to sync what you're about to see up with Levi Hancock's new released footage. But this isn't there. All right, why is that? Let's watch this together.
Whoever's on that 32nd floor, the north-facing window, is that one broken out also? Whoever's on that 32nd floor, the north-facing window, is that one broken out also? Whoever's on that 32nd floor, the north-facing window, is that one broken out also?
Hey, we don't need anybody else up here. We've got probably at least 10 high-powered weapons in this room.
It's on the 32nd floor. I'll stand by, see when they want us to alert you. Whoever's on that 32nd floor, the north-facing window, is that one broken out?
All right. Right there, that's Levi Hancock. All right, so right behind the text here, this is Levi. So he's on the radio telling everybody we don't need anybody here. But his body cam doesn't begin, this new release that we're going to be looking at, until 13 minutes from now. All right, so at this moment, why are we not seeing his body cam version of what's happening? Why does it begin 13 minutes later? What are they hiding from us? Let's keep watching.
So,
You can hear him in the background. You got patrol units. He's talking. That's Levi Hancock in the lower right-hand corner here. All right, so right below my head. Right, so right below me this way. That's Levi Hancock talking on his radio. But you hear him in the background. We're listening to a different channel, like the SWAT channel. I think he's on the conference center channel. So he's on the conference center walkie-talkie setup. But the boss, Corey Mickelson, is on the SWAT channel talking to a SWAT guy outside looking at this other window. All right, so this is Levi. He's in the scene right now, but we don't get to see his body cam footage until 13 minutes from now. Let me scrub back a little bit.
Units moving to the 32nd floor, CB.
Here, I can't quite what direction this room is. Let me get to a window and see.
Levi just walked off. What do you need, Levi?
Window that faces east. You have another broken window out that we're focusing on, but we just need to make sure if you guys are in there or not because there is a little bit of movement. You guys, there's a window that faces east. You have another broken window out that we're focusing on, but we just need to make sure if you guys are in there or not because there is a little bit of movement.
It's clear. One suspect down. All officers are code 4. Keep pushing. We still don't have to do a sweep for victims. Keep pushing.
Get right here. We are facing north. We are facing north.
So confirming that is you guys that's in the broken window that faces the left floor.
We are facing the left floor. We do not have a broken window.
All right, so the problem now is, isn't there a whole bunch of broken glass on the floor? Aren't there 1,000 spent brass casings right here by the supposed broken window? Why is this such a mystery? Why is it so hard to find the broken window if there should be 1,000 brass casings on the floor over here and a whole bunch of broken glass and a hammer on the floor, right? Why is this such a mystery? Why are they having such a hard time finding the broken window if there's a pile of broken glass and a whole bunch of spent brass shell casings over here? Wouldn't it be kind of obvious? Wouldn't you be yelling out, hey, Sarge or Captain, Lieutenant, whatever? Broken window's probably over here, boss, by all the broken glass on the floor. And the hammer, sir. I'm no detective, but... No? Watch again. They're struggling to find the broken window. And supposedly, according to the FID report, there's a whole bunch of broken glass right over there by that window. And a hammer. And 1,000 spent brass case. I mean, why is this a mystery? Watch again.
Keep pushing. We still don't have to do a sweep for victims. Keep pushing.
All right, the glass should be right there.
Get right here. We are facing north. We are facing north.
So confirming that is you guys that's in the broken window that faces the left floor.
We are facing the left floor. We do not have a broken window.
Okay, copy. It looks like you might have another room that has a broken window that also faces the left floor off that north end. There's a little bit of movement unknown if it's going to be the curtains or not. I'm going to be working to get a better eye on it.
Get right here. We are facing north. We are facing north.
So confirming that is you guys that's in the broken window that faces the left floor.
We are facing the left floor. We do not have a broken window.
Okay, copy. It looks like you might have another room that has a broken window that also faces the left floor off that north end. There's a little bit of movement unknown if it's going to be the curtains or not. I'm going to be working to get a better eye on it.
Okay, stand by. We've got curtains open on a window that's not broken. We're looking for broken.
So this is Brett Brosnahan, and you're going to hear Brett Brosnahan's name in the new footage that's released. So the new body cam footage that we have from Levi Hancock, you're going to hear Brosnahan's name mentioned repeatedly. Okay, Brosnahan, that's Brett. So Brett Brosnahan. This is the moment when Brett Brosnahan goes to the window, pulls the curtain back, and again, he should be walking on broken glass and spent brass shell casings, according to the FIT report. The FIT report shows us a 3-pound sledgehammer, whole bunch of broken glass, and 1,057 spent brass casings here. So it was Brett Brosnahan walking on them? Why was this a mystery? If there's a whole bunch of broken glass on the floor and you're looking for a broken window, shouldn't the curtain be kind of blowing around? They're on the 31st floor, right? Or 32nd floor. 32, 135. Shouldn't this stuff be blowing around? No? Okay. Well, Brosnahan goes to the window, goes, it's not, Corey, it's not. No, it's not. But then, if you guys use good headphones, you're going to hear Corey reply to the guy outside, okay, traitor, we've got the broken window, it's us, or something like that. But it sounds different, and his tonality is different. Almost like they recorded this in a studio after the fact and laid it on top. So listen carefully. Right after Brett Brosnahan says, it's not. Corey, it's not. No, it's not. Corey says, okay, traitor, we got the broken window. So, what? Listen carefully. Listen to this. This is what is called forged evidence. This is when the police department makes up stuff that didn't happen. All right, so watch this and listen very carefully. There is a difference, and I encourage you guys to use good headphones and listen to the difference between Brett Brosnahan yelling out, no, it's not, Corey, it's not, and then what Corey says immediately thereafter, which doesn't make any sense. So listen to this.
Let me get a better eye on it. Okay, stand by. We've got curtains open on a window that's not broken. We're looking for broken. Okay, it is us. We have the broken window. That's us, Jair.
Okay, it is us. We have the broken window. He just said, no, it's not. It's not. And if it was, he's standing on broken glass right there. Spent brass shell casing, kicking the hammer. What's he doing? How would they have seen movement if the curtain was closed? He said, we see you guys moving around in the broken window. Is that you guys? The curtain's closed. How would they see anybody moving around? Brett Brosnahan says, no, it's not. And then Corey says, okay, it is us. We have the broken window. That was added. That's forged evidence. This was added after the fact, and you can hear it. You can hear the difference in the sound quality. You can also hear the difference in his voice. Corey Mickelson sounds like it's his 5th take or the 6th take in a studio, rather than the tone that he was using throughout this conversation. It sounds distinctly different. So let's listen one more time. I'll roll this back just a little bit.
We do not have a broken window.
Okay, copy. It looks like you might have another room that has a broken window that also faces the Luxor off that north end. There's a little bit of movement unknown if it's going to be the curtains or not. I'm going to be working to get a better eye on it.
Okay, stand by. We've got curtains open on a window that's not broken. We're looking for broken. Okay, it is us. We have the broken window.
That's us, Jair.
Corey, Todd. Go ahead, Todd.
If you can raise a CT, ask them to contact the hotel if they can turn on one of these elevators and get there quicker.
Copy that.
Is it? Okay.
Sure, Mueller, Kevin.
They have security down at the
Go
elevator
ahead.
bank as well.
I'm just waiting for you on the 14th.
So the question is, if there's another room with a broken window, and these guys are all there, and they're like, well, obviously this window's not broken, why are they not rushing to the next room? What I would be doing, quite frankly, is I'd be going to the window, the north-facing window, and I would take my flashlight. And the flashlights have like a strobe function, and I would turn the strobe on. And I would tell the guy outside, I'm going to go to the window, put the strobe on. Is the broken window above me or below me? And how many floors? 2 floors up, 3 floors up, 5 floors up, Where is it? And just go to the window and hold the strobe up in the glass. And the guy outside says, "Oh, yep, I see your strobe. They're 5 floors above you." Nobody did that. That's what happens when you hire stupid people. What are they doing? If the guy outside is telling them it looks like you have another room with a broken window, why are they not rushing to this other room with the broken window? Right? He says, "Guys, is that you in the broken window facing the Luxor?" How would he see that if the curtain's closed? All right. Nobody reports this. Nobody talks about this. And we're not getting Levi Hancock's body cam footage during all of this interaction. Okay. So that's what makes the part that's missing from the new release so damning, is that none of this is part of it. And we're going to watch it. I mean, we're going to review it. But it's important for you to understand what's not there. That's how we do magic tricks, right? It looks like it's a normal deck of cards, except there's no queens in there. I took all 4 queens out. There's no way anybody's going to choose the Queen of Hearts. There is no Queen of Hearts in the deck. All right, so that's what's happening here. They're not showing you certain stuff, and they are going to show you a whole bunch of other stuff. And the other stuff you're going to see is wild. So we're going to go through that together. Let's do that now. But I wanted you to understand all this another room with a broken window dialogue is taking place before this footage that we're going to see now with Levi Hancock. And it's as if that conversation never happened. It's as if there is no other room with a broken window. He's eager to get the hell out of here. And remember, somebody was shot in the leg. All right. And O'Donnell discharged his weapon, I think 3 rounds. So let's go to the, this Levi Hancock new body cam footage, and let's watch this together. Here we go. Now, I recorded this using the screen record function. And I recorded it from Las Vegas Shooting Archives channel. And I also recorded the chat. And the reason I recorded the chat is because the conversation that's taking place amongst these characters as this video is playing is almost as important as the video because of who published it. It's published by Las Vegas Shooting Archive, who I've accused of being an intelligence community asset because some of the videos were edited. And so that's where this video came from. And, for what it's worth. So I just wanted to see the chat replay and see, is anybody in the chat noticing the things we're noticing, or are they noticing things we don't notice? And so you can keep an eye on that and see, is anybody in the chat hearing, seeing whatever the things that we are? Are they seeing things that we didn't see? Right? And so that's why it's helpful. So you're going to see the chat replay and the video. The Levi Hancock footage begins at 11:38:57 local time in Las Vegas. It's 6:38:57 Z. That's Zulu time. That means Universal time. That's based on Greenwich, England. Okay, so it's 6:38 a.m. in Greenwich, England. And it is 11:38:57 p.m. in Las Vegas as, I guess, Levi Hancock activates his body cam, or the LVMPD decided, okay, let's just start here. I don't know. You decide. But you're going to see there's a whole bunch of stuff that's already redacted, and a lot of the stuff that's redacted is stuff that we've seen before in other footage. So we've got all these guys' faces. Again, we just watched, Corey Mickelson, Brett Brosnahan. We know who all these guys are. So let's watch it together and see what you think. No audio for the first 30 seconds. The guy in the boonie hat there, that's Corey Mickelson right there. He's got a silencer, a suppressor on his rifle.
Dude, I counted 13 lines in here.
Yeah, they just go from here.
There's one right
Control
there by
Zebra
the
20.
window that he was setting up with that.
Zebra 20 is Levi Hancock. The SWAT team at the time had 39 members, and your call sign is based on your seniority. So what that means is he's the 20th most senior guy on the team. There are 19 guys ahead of him that have been members of the SWAT team for longer than Levi Hancock, or more senior. So he's Zebra 20. They go to Zebra 39. Zebra 39 is the most recent guy to join the team. And the question then is, well, where's all the other Zebra guys? It's 39 guys. And he's there with 2 K9 guys in the hallway, and they don't have their dogs with them. So where's the rest of the SWAT team?
Control Zebra 20, copy some information on a potential name possibly related with the suspect.
Since we're getting a clear view of what's on the countertop and what's underneath, let me just kind of point out a couple things to you guys here. Before we get to the countertop. All right, so that's the hot box from underneath the food
Copy
cart.
some information.
That's the hot box. They took the hot box out from underneath the food cart and I guess wired the cameras to that. You see a roll of packing tape here. And the packing tape is interesting because someone sent me something a while back showing that it appeared that possibly Stephen Paddock had been taped to a chair. And the fact that there's packing tape right here makes that even more possible. Also, let's see what else we have. We got a baseball hat, a remote control type thing, a pad of paper, somebody's phone that appears to have the lenses covered. Is that what I'm seeing here? Are the lenses taped over on that cell phone? It appears that they might be. I don't know. Packing tape, and it looks like one glove. And it looks like this glove is very similar to the gloves that we see later when we see the photographs of the dead body. So when we see the photographs of the dead body, it appears he's wearing 2 gloves that look just like this glove. That's weird. Did somebody put this glove on the guy? I don't know. This holster here looks like a holster for a revolver, like a .38 or a .357 Magnum. The binoculars have been here for some time because you can see the dust around the eye cup from the breach. The breach puts a whole bunch of dust out there. I don't see the same amount of dust that I see on the eye cups of the binoculars on either this holster or the black glove. It's kind of weird. He appears to be reading a Players Club card from MGM, and this appears to be the one where he's going to read Mary Lou Danley, and then the other guy's going to come over with Stephen Paddock's driver's license.
It is a M Life Platinum Players card with the name of Mary Lou Danley. Mary Lou Danley. Mary, Adam, Robert, Ida, Lincoln, Ocean, Union. Last name is Danley. David, Adam, Nord, Lincoln, Easy Yellow.
They live together. I checked the address.
Okay. Where did you see?
I saw her. She got chicks in this room.
Okay.
Bingo. Roll back. See if you hear it.
I saw her. She got chicks in this room.
Do you guys hear it?
Where did you see?
I saw her. She got chicks in this room.
Okay.
You got chicks in this room? He's got chicks in this room? Aha. You guys see the shopping bag? You got chicks in this room, and there's a shopping bag on the floor.
looking for 445.
This is all fruit of the poison tree now. They don't have a search warrant. They're going through files and laptops
Control
and stuff.
020. It looks like that name I gave you shares an address with the suspect. We can give you that address if you if we need to send units there. What is?
And now the audio is redacted. All right, so they're reading stuff. Who are they protecting? The case is closed. LVMPD closed the case. FBI closed the case. Who are they protecting?
What else are we looking for, Levi? Just ID?
Yeah, and that's going to be the same as his driver's license address as well.
Right there. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Stop. All right, we got to go back. Do you guys see broken glass all over the floor here? Do you see 1,057 rounds right by that window? Let's go back. Here we go. Watch.
Yeah, and that's going to be the same as his driver's license address as well.
Right there. There should be a ton of broken glass over here and a whole bunch of spent casings. Now, it does look like I see some spent brass casings over here, which is kind of weird. But if you notice, the curtain's not moving.
Hey, do you see any reason we need to be in here at this point?
Nope. Back out.
Okay, yeah, let's just back out.
We need to get armor for those bags over there.
Yeah.
They're clear.
He took a look at them.
What's inside with the wires going?
A vibrator.
Huh?
A vibrator.
Is it?
You guys hear that? All right, so they're asking if they need to get armor up here, which is like the bomb squad, because the bags have got wires coming out of them. And one of the guys goes, no, I checked it already. And, I think Levi Hancock is looking at him like, what are you, an idiot? Are you trying to get killed? Listen to this.
Go look at them.
What's inside with the wires going?
A vibrator.
Huh?
A vibrator.
What's inside with the wires coming out? A vibrator. Listen.
Get armor for those bags over there.
Yeah.
They're clear.
He took a look at them.
What's inside with the wires going?
A vibrator.
Huh?
A vibrator.
Is it real?
And the other one is just a power cord.
It's a vibrator. He says, really? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a vibrator. So there's a vibrator plugged in.
The wires going?
A vibrator.
Huh?
A vibrator.
Is it real?
And the other one is just a power cord, power strip. Nothing else in it.
All right, so that blue plastic that he just picked up is what you peel off the plastic explosive. So when he puts a charge on the door, it's like a strip of like caulk, and he peels off that plastic and then sticks it to the hinge side of the door, and it blows the door off the hinges. So he just picked up the plastic that he used to blow this door off the hinges that goes into room 134, 32, 130, 32, 135, and 32, 134. So this is the adjoining room. They blew this door off because it was locked from inside, from the other side. And he just picked up his blue tape. And you just saw also the suitcases with the wires coming out.
What's this here?
That's mine. That's mine. Will you do me a favor? Pick that up.
Now, that's either a charge initiator or a suppressor. I can't tell. But it was on the ground. And he goes, what's this? And it's Levi. So Levi's dropped his charge initiator, which is the thing that you press to make it go. Or he dropped a suppressor, and it's on the floor. And this guy just picked it up. And Levi asked him, can you pick that up for me? Make a note of that.
You got a drill. What the hell is a drill?
That's what he was doing.
You guys hear that? About drills. Somebody said something about drills, said that's what he was doing. He was drilling. Listen.
That's what he was doing.
You guys hear that? About the drills. One more time.
You've got a drill over here. What the hell is a drill?
That's what he was doing. You're last.
Do you see he's got something set up?
Yeah, we saw the
is that? What is
cameras. It's cameras.
Is that camera down there on the
Yeah.
floor?
We saw it when we breached this door. It was something. We knew it was something.
Okay.
But dude, I had to get a charge on this door. With all the other shit going on, I felt like we had to see if we got a response from this
Cover
guy.
that door while you were doing that.
Yeah.
We had you covered down here.
There's another one facing down, but that one was facing the door, so.
Yeah. All right, are you guys gonna keep playing this way?
Pardon?
We're clear, this whole week's done.
The rest of
The other two, yeah.
Sarge, we're good. You can clear everybody else out that you need to. Actually, let's leave. Can you give me at least 2 bodies to at least stay here?
Let's go down. I can show you for a minute if you want. We'll recruit, we might have more we have to do.
You guys stay here. Nobody else in and out. Listen, let's go. In case we got multiple places, we got to go.
They just said a man with a rifle walking into below.
Hey, where is my gear bag? Is it down the stairs still?
They brought it upstairs.
They just said a man with a rifle walking into the Bellagio, and nobody seems to respond.
Listen, let's go. In case we got multiple places, we got to go.
They just said a man with a rifle walking into below.
Hey, where is my gear bag? Is it down the stairs still?
They brought it upstairs.
We have other gear bags out there.
Let's hold until we get down there.
What's that?
Is this one the green one?
Yeah, I need to get my initiator. Did you grab that one? That one? Okay. I don't want them thinking it's a pipe bomb. Let me get my.
I'll do whatever. Where do you guys
Hey, will you hold that for me for a second?
Gregor, you want to stay here? I'll stay here with you. Right together.
I don't know where my other initiator went.
Did you guys see the plastic on the floor? Blue plastic. Yeah, there it is. So the blue plastic in the hallway, right there on the floor, that's from the first charge that he used to blow the door to 32-135. So that's the plastic from that. So he comes out here. He's looking for his initiator.
I don't know where my other initiator went.
Might be down there. I'm on the shop.
Hey, did somebody else pick up my other initiator?
The one that was in the hallway?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What are you're talking about? Hold on.
My plant, yeah. You know what, that's fine. I'm not worried. Listen, I'm not.
This right here?
Yes, yeah. Sorry. Thanks for your help, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's go.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now remember, there's 30 gunshot holes in the door. All right, so the door to this room, to 32-135 that they're coming and going from, has 30 bullet holes in it. So there's a whole bunch of destruction in the hallway from gunshots, and these guys are just walking by it like it doesn't exist. I mean, there's evidence all over the place. 30 rounds were fired through the door, and nobody seems to notice. No, you know, everybody's walking around. They hear on the radio, we got another room with a broken window. Obviously, Levi Hancock can't wait to get out of here. He's very eager to leave the scene, leave 2 cops guarded, nobody in or out. Can't wait to get out of there. But he's not saying, guys, we've got another room with a broken window. We got to go. We got to go. Why not? That's already happened. That dialogue already took place. Let's continue.
Hey, Sarge, are you staying here?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's Matchko.
Everything you guys want me to do.
So one of the things you're going to notice...
Control 020. Who's that, Sergeant?
Matchko, 6775 Victor.
All right, so that's Corey Mickelson. Corey Mickelson has the boonie hat, the lower right. Matchko is the guy that they leave the suite with. So he's now in charge of 32-135. And these are the SWAT guys that had been halfway down the hall when he breached the room. The guy on the right, Mickelson, Corey Mickelson, is kind of the lieutenant. So he's in charge of all these guys. Him, right there.
Control Zebra 20. The fire alarms went off on our floor when the explosive breach went off break. We're also leaving this room with Sergeant Matchko, and my team is going to go downstairs, so if we need to redeploy.
We'll come with. And 34.
All right. You good?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. That's O'Donnell. And they just killed the audio. He says, are you good? Yeah. And now they're talking between themselves. And the LVMPD redacted the audio. Now, the point here that's interesting is O'Donnell is the guy who discharges his weapon when they breach the second room. So when they breach that internal door, immediately thereupon, we hear a 3-round burst from O'Donnell's weapon. No further mention of that, though. Now, CNN told us that one of these guys got shot in the leg. And what you're going to notice is O'Donnell and Levi Hancock are now joined at the hip. These two do not separate. O'Donnell stays with Levi the whole time. All right? He is the one who discharged his weapon. When they breached, Levi is the one where I believe we hear hands good shot, that Levi would be the one who discharged his weapon. But there's no discussion of that. Okay, let's continue. Redacted audio.
Yeah.
By the way, with all the things that we've noticed already, right? You've got girls in the room, chicks in the room, the vibrators, everything we've been talking about. If you look at the chat on the right, none of this is mentioned. It's, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Ha ha. You know, nothing meaningful. So none of this has been noticed yet.
Hey, where's our CP at? Do you know? The CP is at the front. The CP for this is the front parking lot of South Central.
That's the command post. Where's our command post? Where are we all supposed to gather and get together?
Figure it out. You coming with?
Yep.
You guys coming with?
Absolutely, yeah. Is Route 91 above here? No, it's across the street from that side. Have we figured out if 29 is involved at all? No, I think that was just the guesswork.
I'm thinking it was only that guy.
Yeah, because Jair needs.
All right, so there's Bitsko. They're getting in the elevator together. And Levi Hancock is saying, I'm thinking it's only that guy. He's already in cover-up mode. He knows the window's not broken. How could that guy have done? And does Levi Hancock have any sense of how many people are injured outside? Does Levi Hancock have any idea that 59 people were shot and killed and 413 others were wounded by gunfire? Not climbing over a fence. 413 other people were shot and wounded. And he's already decided that he's got the lone gunman? How does he know that there wasn't somebody at Excalibur? How does he know there wasn't somebody at the Tropicana coordinating gunfire? All right, so he's got Bitsko. I think he's with Bitsko, and that's Newton. The guy on the left is the other K9 guy. They were all together breaching the suite together. And O'Donnell's the one who shoots his gun off. O'Donnell's standing behind Levi.
No, I think that was just the guesswork.
I'm thinking it was only that guy.
Yeah, because Jair needs out there. Did he see any other broken windows besides that one?
That was across the street.
You guys hear this? This is broken window chatter. Listen to what the guy says about broken window. All right? Let's listen carefully. Go back. Here we go. Let's listen.
Yeah, because Jair needs out there. Did he see any other broken windows besides that one?
That was across the street on the boulevard.
Did Jair see any more broken windows?
I'm not sure I can make it out, but he's talking about the broken window. Let's play it back one more time. See if you guys can make it out. Please put it in the comments on the video. If you can clearly tell what he's going to say. I'm going to turn on closed captions, so we'll see what YouTube thinks he's saying. But let's play it one more time.
Jair needs out there. Did he see any other broken windows besides that one?
That was across the street on the boulevard.
Did Jair see any more broken windows except for the one?
No, he just saw those two that we were at.
Okay, good. So yeah, so we're clear.
I didn't lose my glasses.
Hey, where are we going? Nah, he's on
Ground floor, please,
Everybody
casino.
else is, but there's people down
Here, so Dave, I'll take that.
The window in the bedroom.
Thanks for your help, dude. Appreciate it. You too.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any other option. I had to blow that door. With everything else going on,
Like when we were hearing others going off, it was like we got to do it.
see if we get a reaction.
Yeah, that's good. You guys were hearing shots from that room?
Dude, my simplex never worked once coming in the building.
No?
Really?
No, I was having trouble. You wouldn't have gotten on anyways.
We weren't hearing you, and we couldn't let you know that we were there.
Because we were told he was on the 29th.
So we were hearing Kevin on the
29th, started clearing, just clear away.
You know if you guys had switched down.
Threw my back out the other day, too.
Well, it's not going to be any better now. You first, Corey.
Do you guys know where RCP's at?
South Central.
It's at South Central?
Yeah. So go to our
What's Hudler's call sign?
Which is LT. Looks like we have a small stage here right now. What's the status of the casino?
Can you get a hold of them? Yeah. Can you find out if we need to redeploy somewhere?
Team or what? No.
You guys have on rails if you want. We're up by short.
Okay.
Checking to see if the casualties are out.
What's that?
If the casualties from in here are out yet. Andre, I got Bates right now.
I think the only casualties we had was in the hall from the security guard.
Nothing in the casino?
I don't know if there was anything in the casino. Everything, he was shooting. He was shooting, yeah.
Sergeant Ashko is in the room.
We just came down the elevator ramp.
I don't have his cell phone number. It's 604 Victor, I think. Okay. Maxco. You got this one. Our vehicles practice right now. Okay. Go ahead.
Are you talking to CP?
All right, so just to sort of pause for a second here. It's now 11:49. The gunfire ended at 10:17 or so. So about an hour and a half earlier. There are 413 people outside that are wounded. And these guys are wandering around looking for something to do and don't know where their command post is. And there's 413 people outside that are wounded. 59 people are going to die. And these guys are walking around in circles looking for something to do.
It's across from the canine office in South Central.
Okay. Are they saying we need to redeploy it all?
No, they're not saying yet. We got
Where's your cars? Let's go. If we need to deploy, then we can get on your rails and go.
We got one car here.
You've got one? Okay. You guys want to get your car and let's meet over there?
Coming here now, so we'll wait
Who?
for them. Jair and
Okay.
Zach.
Then you guys want to deploy together? Okay. Come on, Sean.
come on Sean. He makes sure that Sean O'Donnell stays with him. Again, there's 59 people dying outside from gunshot wounds. 413 are going to survive, but might 2, 3, 4 people have survived that didn't. Had these guys not been wandering around like this, I mean, they've got medical training. These guys know how to do first aid. They know how to do wound closure. They got special wound packs with them that can close a wound. So the fact that they're just wandering around and there's people outside bleeding to death is a bit troubling to me. Let's see if we can capture what was on his phone.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
Going back. The fact that these guys rely on their phones, again, I find this troubling, that they need each other's phone numbers or sending each other messages and stuff.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, sir, I left that room in possession of Sergeant Matchko. I took all of our SWAT personnel. We're down at the ground floor now of Mandalay, just in case we need to redeploy, because with everything else going on. Yes. Okay. Where are they going? Yeah, hang on. I'm talking to Hudler. Hey, do you need us to redeploy anywhere else? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So listen, hey, we're going to go with the K-9 officers we have, and then that way we can roll out if we need to. I've got Sean O'Donnell, Brosnahan, and Corey were with me. They were going to grab their vehicles and meet us over by Shark Reef with K-9 vehicles in case we needed to redeploy.
So he says, Brosnahan and Corey were with me. Now, Corey Mickelson isn't mentioned in the FIT report at all. Why is that? He says, Brosnahan and Corey are going to go get their vehicle. He's got the 2 K-9 guys with him, Bitsko and Newton. All right. And he's got Sean O'Donnell with him. All right. Sean O'Donnell doesn't leave his side. Let's continue.
Yep. Bitsko's with me. No, not Malia. Yeah, we got 4. And we've got... I'm on a convention center. My simplex was not working. So... Get to SWAT 1. SWAT 1. O'Donnell's going to SWAT 1. We're Zebra 20. All right, bye. Okay. We're going to your vehicle. Actually, you know what? I've got charges in my vehicle. I'm going to take Sean and go to my vehicle. We'll meet you over at Shark Reef. Yep, and that's where Corey and those guys are supposed to meet you as well. All right? Sean, you're with me.
All right, so he said, let's go to your vehicle. Oh, wait, I've got charges in mine. Sean and I are going to go to my vehicle. So now Sean O'Donnell and Levi Hancock break off from Bitsko and Newton. It's 11:53 p.m. And these guys are now walking through the casino. All right, so now it's just Levi Hancock and Sean O'Donnell together.
Hey, I'm good. I can't talk right now, though. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Bye. You're on SWAT 1, right? Okay. That's fine. Just one of us on SWAT 1. I'm on Convention Center. You good? That motherfucker. You're good. I need to get out to the street. Where do I go? I need to get out to the street.
So they don't know how to get out of here.
How do I get out to Hacienda? Hacienda, how do I get out to Hacienda?
I mean, they don't know how to get out of the building. This isn't like Call of Duty. This isn't like Metal Gear Solid. They don't have like a map on their arm that shows them where they are and where to go. They don't know. They don't know what they're doing.
How do I get out to Hacienda, the street right here?
That's him.
Let's go down here. I'm down to the left.
All right, so it is now 11:56:56, and they just made their way out of the building. And so where in the world are they? They're like underground, behind the scenes, some sort of vehicle area, and it is just about 3 minutes to midnight, and something significant's about to happen again. Let's watch closely.
You guys got somewhere to go, I would suggest you go. You good?
You notice how many times Levi Hancock is turned to Sean O'Donnell and said, "You good? You good?" O'Donnell's not very talkative, doesn't have much to say. Yep. Sure doesn't have a whole lot to say, does he? All right, let's get. So it's now 11:58 and 29 seconds. Watch what happens next.
God damn it. Let's go.
Uh, 415A at Bellagio. We're getting report of a lot of shots being fired. Let's listen.
Convention Center.
May it please be advised that Fox News is headed towards the east side of the festival lot. If somebody can push them back, please. They are filming all of the stuff that's taking on back there.
You good, brother? Yeah. All right, we're gonna go over and.
All right, so quick thing that you can notice here is that Levi Hancock
You good, brother?
does not have a suppressor on his gun.
Yeah.
He has
All right, we're gonna go over
a flash
Get with them.
suppressor, but not a right there. So he's got a flash suppressor, but not a sound suppressor. Yeah, that's not for sound.
I don't think it's anybody but that guy.
I don't either.
Here he goes again. So again, Levi Hancock is saying, I think it's just this guy. We got a lone gunman. Is he saying this for the benefit of the body cam? How would he know this? How does he know there's nobody at the roof of the Excalibur? There's nobody on the roof of the Tropicana. There was nobody, how would he know any of that?
I think he acted alone.
In other words, 30 seconds earlier, they just said we've got gunshots at Bellagio. Just as they were getting in the car. She says we've got gunfire reported at Bellagio. And less than 30 seconds later, he's telling you he thinks they acted alone. What? One more time here.
Let's go.
Listen to what happens. PDR is reporting a whole lot of shots being fired. We're
Control, MGM Festival TV.
Convention Center.
May it please be advised that Fox News is headed towards the east side of the festival lot. If somebody can push them back, please. They are filming all of the stuff that's taking on back there.
You good, brother? Yeah. All right, we're gonna go over and get with them. I don't think it's anybody but that guy.
I don't either.
She's saying we got a whole lot of shots being fired. She's literally saying it over the radio. We got a report of a lot of shots being fired, although they don't see anybody. And he's saying, I think it's one guy. Like, at the same exact moment.
He acted alone.
Just go back 5 seconds. Watch. Listen to the radio. Listen what the lady says.
I don't think it's anybody but that guy.
I don't either.
I think he acted alone.
Taking on back there.
You good, brother?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go over and get with them. I don't think it's anybody but that guy.
I don't either.
I think he acted alone.
inside with her, and she was whispering and not talk.
Oh, jeez.
Can you imagine? That was a fucking arsenal, bro.
213 armor.
Yeah, all 308, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. All 308. All 308. AR-15s are not 308. AR-15s are 223 or 556. We're pretty much the same thing, by the way. But 308. 308 is AK-47. 7.62 actually, but it looks like 308. Why is he saying it was all 308? What's he talking about?
Can you imagine? That was a fucking arsenal, bro.
213 armor.
Yeah, all 308, huh?
Yeah.
Their unit's doing a great job. Can you please advise them that underneath the snake there's possibly a V-bid there? I do not need them flying over that beltway in front of the left door. V-bid underneath the snake.
Let me point out a little social engineering going on here in the chat. So if you look in the lower right-hand corner of the chat box, you will see a guy that says Don David Sterneman or something. And it says they count on memory holes. And then a guy named Paul Blart says the conversation in the truck here is interesting to me. And Las Vegas Shooting Archive, who is the channel owner, says plenty of people still talk about it, but only about nonsense, like Saudis or helicopters. So Las Vegas Shooting Archive doesn't think Clarissa is a qualified witness, doesn't think Rachel's a qualified witness, doesn't think dog walking guy saw what he saw, doesn't think the Knights, people that were at the Excalibur, they were confused. Why would Las Vegas Shooting Archive think that? And, you know, kind of bizarre. So it throws a lot of shade my way, and yet can't explain who's in the helicopters, why they flying the wrong direction. Where's the gunfire coming from if it's not coming from 32-135? And this character doesn't seem to have an explanation. So I've accused this as being affiliated with the intelligence community. Let's continue with the video. But just so that you know, there's social engineering taking place in the comments section as they ran this thing live, saying nonsense like the Saudis and the helicopters.
That's the thing that it's I'm concerned is this present time frame, but just stay away from that area.
Unit versus the audio, T-negative, 415A. And a first security.
Negative 415A.
Negative 415A at Bellagio. And he points to his camera. He just moved his hand up to the camera to let Sean O'Donnell know the camera's still running. You can see the tip of his rifle over here, and I don't think that's a I don't think that's a sound suppressor. I think that's just a flash hider.
Thank you.
Redacted audio. All right, so whatever the conversation was between them or whatever came out over the radio, they don't want you to hear that, even though the case is closed. So the FBI closed the case, LVMPD closed the case, so why is all this stuff redacted?
Everybody's got the little people on board.
Yeah, I think it's just him.
What's that?
I think it's just him.
Yeah.
Air 2, you could switch over to South Central.
744. Mandalay Bay, 3rd floor.
Fuck.
It's clear. We're moving to the 4th. You've been reported to be in the lake or in front of the city on the left floor. You're unit 213 underneath the space in front of the left floor.
You guys hear that? Listen to Levi Hancock get out of the vehicle.
Unit 213 Robert, underneath the space in front of the law source.
Sounds like he's in pain. He's moaning. Why is Levi Hancock moaning? I thought he was in good shape. This guy's like 6'3", 225. I mean, this guy is a strapping dude. What's he moaning about? What's the problem? You're a freaking Zebra 20, bro. You're a badass SWAT guy and you're moaning? Why are you moaning? Something hurt? What hurts, Levi?
Unit 213 Robert, underneath the space in front of the law source.
Sounds like he's in pain.
We copy that. Call by 02. They're just south of here towards you guys.
You guys good?
You just beer.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I don't think we could have done anything different, huh?
that was a good call. I mean, here's the deal. We're getting several reports.
Yeah.
All right. He's talking about breaching the room. But I think Bitsko, who he's talking to here, I think it's Bitsko, is basically talking about shooting the guy. And Levi Hancock is like showing him the cameras on. Like, shut up, right? Don't talk about that. Watch what's going on here.
You guys good?
You just beer.
Okay, listen, we just need some air. All right, but now he says, you know, what could you do, right? I think the other guys are talking about Levi Hancock shooting him. Hands, good shot, right? And Levi doesn't want that on body cam. He doesn't want anybody talking about that. Watch.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I don't think we could have done anything different, huh?
that was a good call. I mean, here's the deal. We're getting several reports.
Yeah.
We could work that for 2 hours. You had me.
Right.
Him,
I felt like we had what we needed to do. Plus, we didn't know if he had guys and people inside.
I thought we had what we needed to do. He's cutting him off. Levi doesn't want him talking about shooting the guy in the room. And Levi is trying to change the subject to blowing the door with the charge. And he's cutting him off. He doesn't want this on body cam.
Right. I felt like we had what we needed to do. Plus, we didn't know if he had guys and people inside or what, you know?
I didn't know as soon as you pulled the door, I could see the gun with the biped right
I know,
by the door.
yeah. Well, I was expecting, if anything, we would have probably gotten rounds.
Yeah, and that's why I was, okay, he's not shooting around, so I got in there or something.
I did flip his camera over. The reason I didn't go in is when I looked in and I saw the same wire, so I held on that door in case as you guys were coming in and coming around behind us. That's why I left.
Well, and so then you went in.
And then I went in after
so
one.
I stayed on the door.
Because you were calling for one, so I sucked in and he covered the door.
Fuck me. How many people down did you get? Do we have any idea? Well, with the rounds that he fired. Fuck me.
And he had like windage written down and all that. You want to hit? Are we waiting for more?
Well, we got
with the rounds that he fired. But there's 30 rounds of brass by the front door, 8 rounds in the little room, and that's it. So how does Levi know how many rounds he fired? Levi got there after the fact.
Corey and Brett were supposed to be coming over here. And we are going to roll under my call sign if we need to roll somewhere.
Okay.
I'll call Brett.
So you might want to go stage at the...
That guy had
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I did.
There's an old white guy.
Jordan Stevens is over there.
His wife's dead. Guaranteed.
Do you hear that? His wife's dead, guaranteed. Listen to that.
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
There's an old white guy. That's where Mesquite is over there. His wife's dead. Guaranteed.
His wife's dead, guaranteed. What the hell is that about?
There's an old white guy. That's where Mesquite is over there. His wife's dead. Guaranteed. Yeah. I'm wondering if she's here.
I think he's acting alone.
Here he goes again. I think he acted alone. You know, women's clothing in there. There's women registered to the room. And Levi's convinced he's acting alone. The other guy says, I think his wife is dead. But Levi's convinced he's acting alone.
The 405. I think he was switching gun to gun to gun.
He had a little pistol next to him. See that?
Yeah, the little revolver. It sounds like preliminary security approached the door. He saw him on the camera, shot at them, and then finally got the 405. Because no officers, I checked with the officers that got there, they heard the shots from below.
And the way he had that camera set up, there was guys laying in the fucking hallway. You see him? You guys went up with me, right?
Yeah.
There was a dude laying it fucking prone out in the hallway.
Oh yeah, he was right down at him.
If he was alive, he would have taken those guys out.
Oh yeah, he would have put rounds on.
Corey.
Jesus, I was so mad because we're on like one floor below, and my phone kept ringing with the communicator. Finally, I said, "Someone take the front spot. I got to turn this shit off. It won't stop fucking ringing."
So once again, it's midnight. About 5 minutes after midnight, there's people outside who are bleeding, who have been shot. There's people who've been shot multiple times. 413 people are wounded. 59 are going to die. And these guys are sharing stories and already reminiscing rather than moving to the scene of the crime to see, can they help any victims? Is there anything they can do to help a victim? I find this a bit tragic. Let's continue.
I'm wondering if he already got off around, because he's got a...
Simplex working?
I'm not on Simplex.
CP Zebra 20.
Go ahead.
Hey, listen, we were just outside of Shark Reef. We've got 2 K9 and one other SWAT guy with me. Corey and Brett were supposed to redeploy down to this location. Do you need us to deploy anywhere else?
Hey, Zebra 20 CB, we need you to hook up with Raw. They're moving to the concert venue where allegedly the shots started. If you have someone on SWAT 1, you can hook up with Raw.
Copy. We'll take these 2 K9 and one other SWAT with me. We'll head that direction. He's on SWAT 1.
Right, here with Raw.
Brett, did you say you're with Raw?
Unit are with Raw. About 4 entry guys with them too at the Ballet Beach area.
Beach area's right here, right? Mandalay Beach?
The beach, yep, over there. So we're on the south side of the beach.
Copy, Kevin.
Are you hearing them on SWAT 1?
Yeah.
Who?
When you guys are done,
What's that?
He's talking to Roth right now.
Who is?
Andy.
Okay. Get on there and ask him if he wants us to come over with him.
You guys need one?
Yeah, I need one if you've got one.
Working for a while.
CP, Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin. I'm having a tough time, but go ahead. 3-7 and 3-6 are clear. We're making our way to 3-8.
All right, 37 and 36 are clear. We're making our way to 38. And 38 may be where everything happened. So that 38 is the Four Seasons. So they cleared 36, they cleared 37, they're making their way to 38. That appears to be where the window gets blown out at 9:47 p.m. So I'm sure we don't hear a whole lot more updates about the 38th floor.
38 to 39 are now being cleared.
Clear if we need to be reassigned, and we're also out on post in Flamingo Boulevard. North Las Vegas block.
They need us? Huh?
No, not yet.
Okay. Fuck, I hate standing around.
I know. I think this is time.
I think it is. I think all the other stuff was people just hearing stuff. And
Yeah.
freaking out.
I don't know who those two officers were with us.
I'm glad you guys were there.
Yeah.
Well, we got here, everyone's just screaming, yelling about different groups. I said, I have one, I need two more shark reef.
Yeah.
They pulled up, I'm like, let's go. There's a little
On
bit
my
of a
way
jump,
here,
there's
I
a little
came
bit of
down
a ranger
Hacienda.
fucking shuffle.
I came down Hacienda and parked right over off Hacienda, right underneath the overpass right there that goes to Luxor. So I parked right there because I heard that don't go east of because that's where the shots were being fired. And then I made my way inside and found the elevators. Fucking waited, dude. We waited for 15 minutes for a fucking key.
We parked on Las Vegas Boulevard, and we're like, we're gonna drive. We're gonna drive right in front of it. So he turned around. We came over. You could hear it on the radio, just like crazy.
I wonder if we should just go to CP and see what they need.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Was it all at our office? Okay?
Yeah. Is that gate open? They probably opened it, right?
Hopefully they opened the Russell gate. Did they open the Russell gate?
CP, John. Yeah, Andy needs to know what teams are clear on what floors. We're on the 27th floor as we speak. Copy, John. Hey, who was with you? I got Panucci and 5 patrol guys.
654 Harlem Bridges up secure.
Calling with Kevin. We have 31 to 50 clear based off the traffic to Simplex. And we have rooms still working above you. Team still working above you. Copy that. We cleared 30, and we're told by patrol that 29 and 28 were clear, and we're in the process of clearing 27 now.
Holy fuck.
And we can go back there and help them clear if that's what they're doing.
Yeah. The thing is, by the time we get up there, it's probably going to be. If we need force pro people in, we can do that too, you know?
Naples code red.
Okay, copy. All units, we're going to give a Naples code
So
red.
they were saying that there was an open concert hall.
Yeah, it's at Route 91.
Yeah.
Ramon was there.
Was there?
Yeah, he was. I think he had tickets to go to it.
So Sean O'Donnell didn't know that there was a concert across the street. He's like, oh, so they're saying there was a concert. So he wasn't even aware of it.
Okay, copy. All units, we're going to give a Naples code
So
red.
they were saying that there was an open concert hall.
Yeah, it's at Route 91.
Yeah.
Ramon was there.
Ramon was there.
There?
Yeah, he was. I think he had tickets to go to it.
Keep clearing down. Everything that we've been told is cleared below you. By patrol has not been confirmed. I need you all to recheck those on your way down.
They're complying.
We are setting up a dumpster area just to the west of here. Not seeing anybody yet.
Is that change and walk in?
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk off.
We'll be able to get through. I didn't want to walk in.
39, sheltering in place. That's affirmative.
Nope.
You do have some?
Go, Jack. Steven, can you copy? DJ? That's cool. You said you needed to hit 40.
I don't even see anybody in there. Do you?
They're over my head.
Copy that. As soon as we get back together, we'll hit 40.
You walked up?
I will be in a second.
Hey, Jay, John. Hey, me and Andy have cleared 7 now. You want us to keep working down?
So they're trying to get into the side entrance of the police department. The gate is locked, and so they went and got a bolt cutter from one of the cars. And now they're attempting to cut through the lock or the chains so that they can enter through the side entrance of the police department headquarters so that they can regroup and get their act together. So as these guys are attempting to cut through the chains and everything, I will remind everybody that I do this for a living, and I'm supported by my patrons at patreon.com and subscribestar.com. And without their support, I wouldn't be able to do this. I don't have any sponsors. I don't get paid by YouTube. I don't get paid by Twitter or anything like that. So without sponsors at patreon.com or subscribestar.com, I wouldn't be able to do any of this research. So I'm incredibly grateful to my sponsors. And for those of you who are not yet a sponsor, I encourage you to go to patreon.com/I am John Cullen or subscribestar.com/I am John Cullen. And for $5 a month or less, you can become a patron, and then you'll get access to all kinds of patron-only content. We're going to pick this video back up right where we are. We've got, let's see, we're 35 minutes into it, and it's an hour and 20 long. So we've got at least, another 45, 50 minutes of footage to review here. I'm John Cullen. We'll be right back with the patrons, and if you're a patron, this is up on Patreon and Subscribestar, so you can head on over and pick up right where we are right here at 12:14 and 30 seconds after midnight. I'm John Cullen. Thanks for joining, hypothetically speaking, the Levi Hancock illusion.
About you know it feels good to be alive. I was alive and I waited. I was alive and I waited for this. Right here, right now. There is no other place I wanna be. Right here, right now. Watching the world wake up from I saw the decade when it seemed the world could change at the blink of an eye. And if anything, then there's your sign. I was alive here, right now, watching the world wake up from history. Right here, right now, there is no other place I wanna be. Right here, right now, watching the